The winner of Sunday's final takes home $50 million. The team that loses takes home $33 million. Same final, same 90 minutes. $17 million gap between them. That's before anyone even talks about goals or trophies. This is the largest prize pool in World Cup history. Over $870 million distributed across every team that qualified, from the ones eliminated in the group stage all the way up to whoever lifts the trophy Sunday. Every one of the 48 teams that made this tournament walked away with at least $12.5 million guaranteed before playing a single match. That's the floor. Sunday's two teams are nowhere near the floor anymore. Call it what it actually is, not just a football final. The single most expensive 90 minutes in the sport's history, with a payout gap between first and second place bigger than most club transfer records. And the federation money is only half the story. Because underneath FIFA's prize pool, both Argentina and Spain have made their own separate promises to the players actually walking onto the pitch. And those numbers tell their own story about what winning this specific final actually means to each country. Start with the official numbers, round by round. Group stage exit, at least $12.5 million guaranteed just for qualifying and showing up. Round of 32 exit, roughly $13 million. Round of 16, $16 million. Quarterfinal exit, $20 million. Fourth place, $28 million. Third place, $30 million. Then the gap widens. Runner-up, $33 million. Champion, $50 million. Read that progression again. Every round a team survives adds a few million. But the jump from runner-up to champion, from losing the final to winning it, is worth more than the jump across the previous 3 rounds combined. That's by design. FIFA's entire payout structure is built to make the final itself the single biggest financial swing in the sport. Bigger than winning a Champions League final. Bigger than most nations' entire annual football federation budgets. For context on how fast this number has grown, this is officially the largest prize pool FIFA has ever offered for a World Cup. A jump from previous tournaments driven partly by the expanded 48-team format and partly by FIFA's broadcasting and sponsorship revenue hitting record numbers this cycle. So before either team touches the ball Sunday, there's already $50 million sitting on one side of the scoreboard and $33 million on the other. Here's what each federation is promising on top of that. Spain has already made its number public. Every player in Spain's squad is guaranteed €440,000 just for reaching this final. Money that's already theirs regardless of Sunday's result. If Spain wins, that figure jumps to €750,000 per player, the largest World Cup bonus the Spanish Federation has ever paid. For comparison, Spain's 2010 World Cup winning squad, the golden generation that beat the Netherlands in the final, took home roughly €600,000 each. This generation, if it wins Sunday, earns about 25% more than that team did. A real federation-confirmed number, not a rumor. Argentina's individual player bonus hasn't been officially published the same way. Based on the 2022 pattern, when Argentina last won in Qatar, reports at the time estimated individual bonuses somewhere in the $350,000 to $600,000 range per player, drawn from Argentina's share of FIFA's prize pool. That's a reasonable estimate based on precedent, not a confirmed figure the way Spain's number is. What is confirmed either way? Whoever wins Sunday, the federation's total FIFA payout alone is $50 million, before a single player bonus, sponsorship kicker, or endorsement bump gets added on top for the players who actually score the goals. Money doesn't decide who wins a World Cup final. But by kickoff Sunday, both teams already know exactly what winning is worth, in writing, before the game starts. And that number is unlike anything either federation has ever put on the table before. So here's the number that actually frames Sunday. $50 million separates the two outcomes at the federation level. Roughly €300,000, real and confirmed, separates them at the individual level for Spain's players alone. None of that decides who wins. 90 minutes decides who wins. But it explains something about why this specific final carries a different weight than almost any club match either roster will ever play again. There's no transfer fee, no personal contract renegotiation, no single night in either of these players' careers worth more money, decided in one match than Sunday. $50 million for the team that wins, $33 million for the team that doesn't, 750,000 euros for a Spanish player who lifts the trophy, 440,000 if he doesn't, already guaranteed, already spent in his head a dozen times before kickoff. Whatever happens on the pitch Sunday, both federations already know exactly what the scoreboard is worth in dollars and euros. The only number that isn't decided yet is the one that actually matters.